Okay, I'm scared. This is definitely scary, but I'm going to do it anyway. Weight loss or your money back. That's what's scaring me. And I'm scared because I'm not ready to do it. I don't feel I've made enough progress myself with my new system. But here's the but. I read this book over the weekend from my good friend Derek Sivers. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. And the very last chapter, the very last thing he says in the book, full of really, really great advice, is whatever scares you, go do it. This scares me. I want to coach people individually to help them lose weight, and my guarantee is that I will give them their money back if they don't lose the weight. And there's a number of reasons why I've got to this point. And I think it's because my experience previously was kind of mixed, and I really like to have been able to refund people who I wasn't able to help. So giving that promise up front will ensure that I am completely clear on what I believe. So if you're out on the interwebs right now, this could be, I'm making this in October 2024. You could be watching this in 2 years' time, 3 years' time, and the offer will still be there. All you've got to do is comment below, interested. So the way it works is this. There are 2 books that I will ask you to read. One, you're going to need to read all the way through, because the book in and of itself is designed to change your thought process around the kind of food that you're consuming. In fact, whether you are actually consuming food or what the food companies call ultra-processed food that isn't actually food. And it will help get you on the straight and narrow in terms of making sure that you're consuming the right thing. And then the second book is the book that I wrote called Thin Thinking, which is based on the idea of mindful eating, chewing, and it just speeds up the process effectively. Now, as you've seen from the videos that I've done, which have been kind of mukbangs but diet videos, I think it's the best way for people to get the idea of what it actually needs to look like. You need to make sure you're eating real food, and you need to make sure that you're using your 2 senses of digestion to digest that food, and whatever weight you've got will drop off. Here's a great example. Over the weekend, it was a Jewish holiday, a religious holiday, and I had people over. And I was in a rush, and I bought a dessert, which I realized afterwards was ultra-processed food. And so when my guests left, I ended up kind of binge eating that food. And as I was binge eating it, I realized, if I was finishing off the other food that was left over, which is actual food, things like potato salad and what have you, I wouldn't be feeling the need to binge. But I'm binging this because it's ultra processed. It's designed somehow to get me to come back and keep eating more than I need. And effectively, that's what I've been doing to myself. And I think what we all do to ourselves for years and years and years, wondering why our waistlines keep expanding, wondering why we're contracting diseases like diabetes, PCOS, wondering why we're binging. It's as the first book says, ultra processed people, it's not you, it's the food. And I think that's a really great place to start, is to make sure that your kitchen is full of non-processed food, that you are comfortable and confident in cooking that food, preparing it for yourself. And then when you're eating mindfully. If you put all of those things together, then weight loss is inevitable. And that's really what I want to work with people on. So as you can probably tell, I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not a gym guy. I'm coming to the end of my 50s. I'm almost 60. I'm not going to be one of those people who, goes to the gym in order to lose weight. I might go to the gym because I've lost weight. Like today, I went for a 2-mile run, and I went for that run because I've lost weight. It's easier for me to move because I'm slimmer, because I'm losing weight, because of the way I'm eating. So one of the videos I made was this idea of the kitchen gym. You know, if 80% of your gains, 80% of your results in the gym come from your diet, why are you spending 80% of your time in the gym and not 80% of your time in the kitchen? So working with me is a process that will enable you to spend more time in the kitchen, be more creative, enjoy shopping, checking the ingredients, cooking, putting flavors together that you like, eating them in a mindful way, and watching the pounds come off naturally. If that is something that interests you, please do get in touch, and I will work out some kind of weight loss or your money back system for you personally, because I would love it if people could come to this channel and use it for inspiration and come back in a year or 2 years and be able to say, I got rid of the weight and the weight is still off. There we go. It felt scary. I've made a contract with myself to make a video every Sunday night. And today was one of those days where I was overthinking it and thinking, oh, shall I do it? Shall I slack off and, not bother? I'm very glad that I did. I'm very glad you're here. And I hope this helps.